Hi everyone, this is JNGJY. This is a special video for the anniversary. In this video, I'm gonna share some of my top pro moves for playing this game. Whether you are a new player just joining us or a player who's been here since the beginning, there may be something that you can pick up. You can use the timestamps to get to the parts where you're interested in. While the game is very optimized for mobile, this video will guide you through playing on a simulator for the best graphics and most precise handling. I've been playing on MuMuPlayer ever since I got into the game. It's an ad-free, officially supported emulator, launches extremely fast and clean on both Windows and Mac, and can run on low-end PCs. But if you're free of performance concerns, definitely try out Arknights in 4K. Go into device settings and then display. Here you can configure the resolution based on your display ratio. Now, it doesn't matter what resolution your actual screen is rocking, you're setting up the emulator's display. So if you're like me who's on a 1080p screen, setting the emulator to 4K still gives a sharper visual overall, and I highly recommend setting this up. While you're at it, you can also bump up the FPS to up to 240Hz. Well, Arknights is a game that runs on 30 frames per second, but it's good for the eyes and your critical judgments. Next, go to shortcuts. Boss key is a very handy fast key for when you want to temporarily put the game away. And then go to window management, and under full screen mode, you want to untick the allow using escape to exit full screen option, because it's a very crucial thing to pause deploy, which we're going to introduce very soon. Alternatively, you can also change the back key in nav buttons, but in this video, I'll assume you're using escape key for the back function. Now, I'm gonna introduce some advanced moves in the Arknights game. So while in battle, the game runs at 1x speed by default, which you can accelerate to 2x. When clicking on a deployed operator or any icons in the deck below, the game will slow down to 0.2x speed, allowing you to carefully observe the battlefield and time your moves better. When you do that though, the info menu on the left may obstruct your wheel, and the map will become slanted. A way to get a better wheel is by selecting a deployed operator that you want to focus on, then select and unselect any icon in the deck by clicking twice. This will give you a focused wheel without the info menu while keeping the 0.2x speed. Next, let's talk about pause deploying. Normally, when you drag operators out to deploy, the game will run at 0.2x speed, but if you need to deploy without time running at all, pause deploy will be needed. The way to pull this off is very simple. All you need to do is to hit the escape key right after pulling the operator chibi out from the deck. Now normally, the game cannot be paused with the pause button while the unit is being dragged around. But you are able to do it by simulating the back action on Android devices, which forces the game to pause. That's when the key setups for Mumu came into play. I highly recommend you also map the pause button to another key. For me, it's the spacebar. So the full cycle of a pause deploying should look like this. Pause the game or select the unit in the deck that you want to deploy to enter the slow-mo, whichever first is fine. Then you want to quickly unpause the game, which will allow you to drag out the operator. So for me, it's pressing the spacebar once, then quickly drag out the unit you want to deploy. Keep holding down your left click, then force the game to pause by pressing escape. So right now the game will be paused and you can drag the unit around without time running. Then you can just put them wherever you want, rinse and repeat if you need to. This is very easy to pull off with MuMuPlayer thanks to the smooth performance and easy handling via key mapping. Now, when you pause and unpause during these procedures, the game may still move on a bit over time. Like we said earlier, Arknights is a game that runs on 30 frames per second. In stages where the DP generation rate is normal, you can use the progress bar under the cost indicator as reference, and every time the white bar moves, that is 1 frame elapsed. If you manage to be fast enough with your hands, you can put in multiple deployments without the progress bar moving, and that's what we call same frame deployments or 0 frame deployment. We are taught in the tutorial that later deployed operators will have higher taunt, but that doesn't apply if they are deployed in the same frame. When multiple units are deployed in the same frame, the first one to deploy will have the highest taunt. So if there are high threat range enemies and you don't feel like timing their attack intervals, you can do a same frame deployment. putting down your tanking units first, then all other units in the same frame. Of course, this is doable with practice, but with MuMuPlayer, I've got better tricks. I've compiled a Keybind Scheme that I personally use on a daily basis, which you can import into your MuMuPlayer by going into Keybind, Import, then download the JSON file that I have linked in the description and pinned comment. You can also remap them to other keys that you want. So real quick before the incoming parts, be sure to make the hobby of clicking a deck icon to keep the game at slow mode before using any of these macros. This way, in between the few milliseconds that the script run to unpause and pause the game for you, very little time will run away, whereas if you don't, it's way more time in the process and defeat the purpose of the macros. In this keybind scheme, I've set up 3 advanced but very useful macro keybinds that you can use. Number 1 is the 0 frame deployment. All you need to do is use right click instead of left to deploy operators. Pause the game, drag out operators using the right mouse button, then release and place them down like you normally do with left click. No more need to using space or escape to pause the game. This is very easy and smooth, and you can deploy pretty much all operators in the same frame. The second function is 0 frame selection with W key. Normally, you can't select deploy operators while paused. What this macro does is unpause and select, and then pause again for you. Just hover your mouse over the target while paused, press W, done. This will allow you to use skills or retreat multiple units in 0 time. There's also a frame-by-frame key, R, that can help you push the game forward, not necessarily frame by frame, but just combining the pause and unpause action into one key press with very consistent interval. It will make sure that you push the timeline precisely to help you time perfect moments. Now let's put all this into practice. I'm gonna show you how to perfectly dodge the IS-6 ending to Sway's feet by retreating at the perfect frame. So here we are in a game. First, I'm gonna deploy gravel to make the feet target the lower left corner. As we get closer to the stump, pause the game and use the frame-by-frame R key to progress slowly. When you see the progress bar on the top suddenly turns empty, that's the frame when you're free to retreat and will not change the feet's targeting. I will then use shortcut E to retreat, then use W to select Radiant Summon in the same frame and retreat that as well. So everyone bails out safely. I quickly replenishes some summons using pause deploy, use kill for quick skill uses, and get the feet sorted. That's basically my tools for getting better at the game, at least mechanically. With practice combined with accumulating knowledge about the game, you can continue to grow into a pro Arknights player. Of course, be sure to check out MuMuPlayer, who also support multi-instances if you want to grind more accounts or servers at the same time, or action recording for whatever repetitive operation you may have. Use the link in the description to try it out today, and you will find my recommended keybind scheme that you can try out to up your game. That's gonna be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed the anniversary. See you guys in the next one then. Bye bye.